Hi, everybody. My name is Catherine, and today for my book report presentation, I'm going to be talking about The Buddha Walks into the Office, A Guide to Livelihood for a New Generation by Lord O. Rinsler. For our agenda today, we're going to talk about the book, about the author, my key takeaways, what I loved, my critiques, my rating and recommendation, and conclusion. So to start about the book is a modern guide of Buddhism and how you can apply it to your workplace to give yourself meaning from your job. The core premise of the book is to apply principles like mindfulness, compassion, non-attachment to their relationship with work to make it a little bit more equitable and less stressful. We don't want it to be more stressful, less stressful outside of work because you kind of have that non-attachment from I'm not at work right now, I don't need to worry. And then it also blends ancient Buddhism with practical, real workplace advice that you can actually use and is a little bit more applicable than like ancient Buddhism. So now we're going to talk about the author. This is our author. He's actually holding the Buddha walks into the office if you look closely. The Rinsler is a Buddhist teacher and he's also a millennial speaker, which I find interesting. So he's a millennial and he focuses on mainly speaking to millennials, but his new book, The Buddha That Walks into the Office, is meant for more younger people like Generation Z and the younger generation coming into the workplace. So his focus in this book is to provide young professionals who are only concerned about making money a deeper approach to an approach to finding a deeper fulfillment in their professional responsibilities. So my key takeaways from this book is learning how to deal with stress in the workplace through meditation and mindfulness, finding purpose beyond just making money, and applying Buddhist principles like compassion and non-attachment to my relationship with work, and my work responsibilities. What I loved about this book was the personal anecdotes that Rinsler used to connect Buddhist concepts with work. I felt like he gave a lot of realistic examples that he's lived through, friends and other people that he's interviewed, and I felt like it made it very applicable instead of just like reading something very like concrete and strict, seeing it how it's used in a real world manner. Again, I think that Rinsler was very relatable when he was talking to the younger generations. I know that millennials and Gen Z can be seen as very, very different, but I felt like he really understood me and I enjoyed reading this book. I also think that I liked the practical meditation guides that can be easily integrated into a busy routine because it's easy to say, oh, well, start working out an hour a day and meditating an hour a day and practicing mindfulness the whole day. If you're busy the whole day, it's hard to find even just a couple minutes to meditate or sit down and be mindful and be present in that moment. So I think it's nice that he gives us a way to work it into our busy schedule, especially us as accountants. We have a super busy schedule, especially during busy season. We're working really long days, and it's important to find those few minutes every day to take care of yourself so that you can perform at your best. So my critiques, I have one pro and one con. I think that the pros is that it opens your eyes to a new perspective on work-life balance, which I think a lot of people in the accounting and financial industry really struggle with because it can become very all-consuming. You have a work phone, so you're always on your work phone. When it rings, you hear it. You work from home, so your computer's at home. Like your office is in your home for a majority of the week. So it's hard to find that work-life balance. So I think this really helps that again with that non-attachment of not being so engrossed in work that even when you go home and you're off the clock, you're still thinking about it. And then my con is that some Buddhist concepts may be too lofty for a corporate environment. So again, it's going to be kind of difficult to get everybody on your team into meditating. Like if you were a manager and you were like, hey guys, at the beginning of every meeting, we're going to do a 1 minute meditation. There are going to be people that don't want to do it, people that think it's a waste of time, people who aren't going to be doing it, even if you try it. So it is difficult to integrate that. And some people maybe think that meditation and mindfulness is not as important as it is. So it can be hard to integrate, but I think if you really support it properly, you should be able to really sell it to your workers or your team as something that you're doing trying to help them be better. So I think that that can be a little difficult, but I still think that it's really, really, really important. And then my rating and recommendation, I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars just because I think meditation and mindfulness is not on everybody's mind. Not everybody's thinking it, not everybody's practicing it. It's honestly a very small amount of people that practice it. So it may be hard for people to integrate and people to get comfortable with, but I think once they really start doing it and seeing the benefits of it, they're gonna have such like shell shock. I would recommend this book to young professionals who are feeling stressed or disillusioned about their work responsibilities and they're taking on too much. They don't know how to detach from their work responsibilities. They find themselves constantly stressed, difficult to fall asleep at night because they're sitting up worrying about work and what they have to do tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that. So it helps you really, again, the non-attachment I think is the real big part of this book is being able to detach. When you go home, close your computer, turn your computer or turn your work phone off. You need to have some time disconnected for yourself to go work out, practice that mindfulness, meditate, watch your favorite show, read a book. It can really be anything that is feels good to you. I would also recommend this book to anybody that's trying to find purpose further than just getting a paycheck because the great part about working is it might suck, but every 2 weeks you get a nice great paycheck, especially us as accountants, and especially if you have your CPA, you get a very nice paycheck every 2 weeks. So that's pretty good. But if you're always searching for that paycheck, you're only going to be happy that every other Friday or what every other week, whatever it is, every week, instead of enjoying life every single day and going to work and being happy. Because you can also make relationships with your coworkers. You can find so much more value in work than just getting a paycheck, making friends, making connections, having mentors, connecting with different people that know different things, talking to people that are way older than you, talking to people that are way younger than you, talking to people that are your same age, learning about people's lives. You can really gain so much experience and knowledge just from talking to your coworkers and your managers and your execs and different people like that. So I think that I really loved this book. I thought it was great. I really enjoyed reading it. I love Lord O. Rinsler. I actually am thinking about getting his other book, and I can't think of the name of it right now. It might be on the back. I actually have the book right here. Um, no, I don't think it's here. But oh, Walk Like a Buddha. Even if your boss sucks, your ex is torturing you, and you're hungover again. That one I think I might be my next read because I really love this book. And it's also a light read. It's only about 215 pages, so it's really not bad. Okay, so my conclusion. I feel like in a time and in a world where so many people are feeling dissatisfied with work, they're stressed, they're lacking purpose, they feel like they just need more. They want more. They don't want to work for an employer that's going to treat them like crap and doesn't care about them, or a manager who's like rude and mean and hurtful and just aggressive for no good reason. I think that the Buddha that excuse me. I think the Buddha oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I'm getting so tongue-tied right now. The Buddha Walks into the Office by Lord O. Rinsler is refreshing. I think it's really thoughtful. I think it's very applicable to the real world. I don't think that it's too much to take on because I know Buddhism and those Buddhist concepts can be a lot to take on. If you think about it, people who go and become monks, they don't have money. They live in these monasteries and it's so all consuming. So that can be terrifying. But I think giving a little bit of a smaller, easier approach to slowly integrate it into your business in busy day and to your life, and then slowly more grow. It's I think it's just a great advice. And I think it's a great book. I think it's not too complicated, but I also don't think that it's takes the Buddhism and dumbs it down so much that you're reading this and you're like, I'm not stupid. I get that. It's just so perfect. It's just a perfect medium. I also think that it makes a compelling case for personal fulfillment and professional success not needing to be mutually exclusive because a lot of people like a work and personal has to be separate all the time. Yes, I think you shouldn't go to work and tell everybody all of your personal business, but I think it's also important to build relationships because if you think about it, when you were in like elementary school, middle school, high school, you weren't like really looking forward to go to class. There might have been like art class or choir or whatever a class you liked, but you weren't really looking forward to go to school to work. You're looking forward to go to school to have like fun, go to art class, see your friends, go to lunch. So you can't have that different approach to work where it's all work, no fun, because you will be burned out so quick and you will never find satisfaction in your job if all you're looking for is a paycheck, because you're just going to be looking for the next promotion, the next raise, more money, more money, more money, more, and you're going to forget about everything else that's important in life. And it's always great to work towards the next promotion and work towards that raise and work hard, but don't let it consume you. So I really love this book. Again, it's The Buddha That Walks into the Office, A Guide to Livelihood for a New Generation by Lordo Rinsler. I absolutely loved this book. I 100% recommend it. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I think it can be hard to integrate for some people. So that's why I gave it a 4 out of 5, because maybe some people it'll be harder to integrate, but I think a majority of people would really like this and like the way that it's written and love the advice. So I really recommend it. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave a comment in the submission box or write me on Packback. Again, my name is Catherine Ebbert. I've loved this class this semester. Thank you so much. Bye.